Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy Vito Blaze, and you're here. Coffee Talk with Vito Blaze. Coffee Talk Live, matter of fact, yo. It's the Coffee Talk Live, and I'm here to deliver some good news because, you know, all over the news, you might hear this terrible shit going on the other side of the world, man. And there's terrible shit going on wherever the fuck, probably where you at, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this tension all around here. But that's not what I'm here to tell you about, man. I'm actually here to deliver some goddamn good news, man. Because you know what? The USA has been fighting the war on drugs for a mad long time. And you know how they feel about weed, marijuana? You know how I feel about marijuana, but I ain't going to try to get into that. But yo, recently, the U.S. has been switching their views on that good bud. You know what I'm saying? They actually said this past the recent years, you see some states has been opening, legalizing this shit. Matter of fact, last year, New York just legalized it. But this year, big breakthrough for the cannabis industry in the United States. You see, the drug enforcement, the DEA has just ended what's been described a 52-year monopoly on growing cannabis for research purposes. You see, several large-scale cannabis growers have now been awarded contracts to produce weed for federal research, a move that will hopefully go a long way towards proving what many state and foreign governments already know. See, cannabis has powerful medicinal properties, and particularly for pain control. I already know that, man. I know how weed makes me feel. And we got Matthew Zorn, an attorney who co-led the FOIA-based lawsuit, and he told Leafly that now scientists will be able to conduct research on the kind of cannabis that people are actually using. Motherfuckers ain't smoking that government shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is using that natural grown shit, you know, shit you see in the street. You know what I'm saying? So now motherfuckers get to research the sour diesel, the purple haze, you know, that you see locally in your neighborhood. They get to use that for research. Now, a lot of people may not appreciate the importance of that with, you know, national marijuana legalization around the corner, but we don't know when. But the need for the research is urgent, and we can, as quickly as possible, start growing and have supply for researchers to get good data. And that what was said by Matthew Zorn. And I'm glad that USA are turning, you know, good eyes on the green bud, man. Now moving on, I got a story about progress. Because, you know, it's all about progress in life. You know what I'm saying? I said the other day in Coffee Talk, man, we get hit. It's life. Motherfuckers get hit left and right. I ain't perfect. You ain't perfect. Everybody gets hit. Okay? But here's the thing. Here's the thing about life. You know, it's not about staying down. It's all about the rebound. That shit rhymes, so you know it's the truth. And that's why I want to tell you about this little story about this fucking dog right here, B. Because when one door closes, another door opens. And for one special pooch, it appears that fucking adage also applies to this bitch. See, a Labrador Retriever mix named Sheldon was enrolled in a program to become a service dog, training at Paws with a Cause in Wayland, Michigan. Unfortunately, though, he couldn't even quite make the grade. And then whenever he catch a whiff of something interesting, Sheldon's concentration flew out the window, and all he wanted to do was hunt down the source. See, that motherfucker Sheldon was like a real hunter dog. So, like, they will put him on training courses, but, like, whatever he smelled something, like, it will throw him off. Like, so they was like, nah, son, you ain't fit out. You ain't fit to be a service dog no more. But you know what? The very thing that made him a washed up ass service dog meant that he was good for another career. rather than him return to the civilian life or them putting him in a cage or in some kennel for years. Sheldon was actually transferred to State Farm Arson Dog program, where his sensitive nose soon put him at the top of the class for sniffing out the accelerants used to light illegal fires. Now that motherfucker is top dog in the arson department. He the real top dog. Shout out to you, Sheldon. And shout out for you for keep pushing through your motherfucking little, you know what I'm saying? Because people will make you think that your weirdness or whatever is not normal about you make you stand out in society, will make you think that you're weak. But you gotta actually tune into that, because that shit could probably make you the strongest motherfucker around you and wherever you're meant to be. So never doubt your weirdness. Never doubt that. And plus, never doubt when, matter of fact, I was saying something too. I don't know if this is a good segue to this shit, but I was saying something on Coffee Talk this morning, right? I was saying that don't worry if somebody takes your idea, because they won't have the ambition to push it through. They ain't you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got they could take your idea, but they don't got your brain to execute it. You know what I'm saying? They can't copy your creativity. They can copy you. And the next time, by the time they copy you already working on version 2. That shit rhymes, so you know it's true. I'm not here to drop rhymes all day though, people. I do got a rapper though. A rhymer. A hip hop artist. Up and coming up. His album is called A New Home, because he found a new home in his music. Guys, I was checking out his shit on YouTube earlier. This motherfucker's raw. You understand? Fresh. Hip. I see him doing a lot of good things. Guys, I want you to give it up. And toast your coffee mugs to the motherfucking sky. For this guy, Mr. Matt Zephyr.
What up,
Matt
guys?
What up, baby?
What up, too?
Oh, snap.
You know I gotta have that.
I don't hear you. Oh, wait, hold up. Give me a second. You know what? Ah, damn it. All right.
What up,
All
man?
right, you there now?
What up? How's it going?
Yo, what's up, son? Yeah, I had a little things with the goddamn.
Do, right?
Yeah, that's what it do, baby.
Yeah, that
good. What flavor is that?
That one is it's just regular, but I put almond milk in it because I'm lactose intolerant. So yeah, it changes the flavor a little bit. No extra cost. I think it's better than the original.
Yeah, you know what? I fuck around with the alternative milks too sometimes, because sometimes a little bit too much dairy will get me a little bubbly my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, start shitting out shit that that ain't supposed to be in my stomach right now. But I
don't think humans after a certain age are supposed to be eating or drinking or consuming that much lactose anyway. It makes humans gassy. That's like a thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck, well, man, because I love ice cream, man. Matter of fact, I'm about to get into some ice cream right after this. Me a little. I forgot though.
But my man, sometimes as a treat isn't that bad. It's just like you know how there's people that like drink a tall glass of milk every morning and and they're like, well, this milk is making my bones stronger. Well, after a certain point in your life, all the extra nutrients that's in the milk compared to like water or whatever.
Yeah,
it just gets evacuated because those nutrients are meant for babies and for that's why mothers give milk to babies so that they grow. But once you're an adult, it just like piles up and like you evacuate it anyways. So,
yeah. And plus, there's other things that can make your bones stronger, way better than milk. That shit was just a fucking advertise just to get you to buy milk. That was all it was.
Yeah,
milk today make
milk. Yeah, right.
Yeah, got milk. It was just all fucking ad, because like milk only gives you like it's like it gives you calcium, but not that much calcium. Like you get more calcium eating beans or some shit.
beans, carrots. Like, dude, if you eat your greens, like if you eat greens every day, you're replacing the fact that you're replacing everything that lactose is giving you. Like, it's really not that bad to live with. Like,
Right.
to not drink milk. The only thing that I will say I miss is cheese, man. That's like the one thing that fake cheese has never been able to emulate the texture of real cheese. So
Oh no.
yeah, so it, not yet, but maybe in the future. That's the only thing that I'm like, I miss. And sometimes I indulge and I grab like a poutine or something.
Oh jeez, I mean, I could never go vegan and vegetarian because bacon tastes so good. Like, I'm sorry, like bacon and fried chicken.
I got some in my fridge right now. Me neither, man. I couldn't.
I can't let go. Bacon? You tell me? You tell me I'm supposed to have this cheeseburger without bacon?
Yeah.
Or this veggie burger without this Impossible Whopper? Right. I know it's good, but like, put some bacon on this. Like,
the one from A&W is the best one that I've had. I don't know what they call it over there, but it was good. Like,
they got a veggie burger over there.
Yeah. It's like the best one. Like,
they got the Beyond Burger.
Yeah, it's Beyond. Yeah, that's what it's called. And that one is actually the only one that texture and taste, I was like, whoa, this is impressive. Yeah, give that one a try if you didn't yet. But
that's the what's that shit launched in the States? That's what made a lot of people turn vegan, vegetarian easy because of that Beyond Burger. The Beyond Meat.
Something that's turning a lot of people away from trying veganism or vegetarianism is the lack of options. And you just want good food, right? Like, regardless of what your dietary restrictions are, you just want to eat something that you're like, this is fire, Like,
yeah, exactly.
Right. So nobody wants to eat some unseasoned stuff, right? Like,
right.
Regardless of what you try to say to yourself, like, oh, I want to be vegan for myself. Well, yeah, but if all the vegan food is shitty, you probably won't want to stick to it actively, is what I'm saying, right?
We going into a deep vegan talk, boy. I didn't even understand.
I'm not even vegan, but yeah, I know a lot. My sister is, so yeah.
Okay, like, how long you been? In this lifestyle with the veggies?
Well, I mean, I think I really woke up around when the pandemic hit. There was a lot of podcasts going on online, and like Joe Rogan and whatnot that was saying that this would be a perfect opportunity for you to make some active.
Try a lot of plant-based stuff, right?
Well,
plant-based.
Yeah, that or exercising or meditation or just making overall good changes for you to self-care, right? Because
meditation is good. Meditation is real good.
And I saw that, and I looked at the way that I was eating before, like McDonald's twice a week and shit like that. And I was like, if I just cut that out, if I wake up earlier, if I go to bed at a reasonable time, if I do work and I allow myself to take scheduled breaks, then my efficiency will triple. And it has. I've written 3 albums, so
that discipline. You form yourself to make a discipline, and then now it got you to be productive.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also, you have to not look at your work like work, because otherwise that demotivates you from the start. You have to find ways to do what you're trying to do, regardless of if it's art, if it's a project of a business or anything. But you have to find a way to have fun while doing it, because otherwise you won't want to put in 40 hours a week, and that's what it takes in order to like get that first step off the ground, is a hell of a lot of time and some money in your project, because otherwise like, there's a lot of people that are saying, hey, all it takes is a Facebook page to start a music project. Man, it doesn't. You're gonna need an engineer queued up at one point, somewhere in the mix. You're gonna need someone to master your music.
That's right.
Unless you want to do it yourself, in that case, good for you. But you probably need that. You need a hell of a lot of skill in order to be doing that.
Yeah, that's right.
But so you're gonna want an engineer, an artist to do your graphic work. You're gonna want probably someone to shoot some music videos for you. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you need to have queued up before you start writing music. right?
Right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
and then
Oh no, keep
what
going.
were you saying? What were you saying?
No. Keep going. Keep going. What were you saying?
No, it's because I think you were about to ask me who shoots my videos, and that's a really cool segue because I'm like I like to pride myself on doing things a little different, and the way that I structured my business slash like my team is everything is handled in house by me and my girlfriend, and
Okay.
we produce all our music videos ourselves. She shoots, I edit, we direct together, we write the video together. Yeah, everything comes in house. She's actually in the living room right now designing my album cover.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
we do this whole thing together, and we're just in here to give good content to people and to motivate them to be the best version of themselves, regardless of sex, race, gender identity. If you have any handicaps, if you have any mental disorders, it doesn't matter. Whatever you have, it doesn't stop you from achieving the best of yourself. And
I'm feeling a mission statement that
yeah,
your team is putting out there, B.
yeah,
Word.
yeah. So
Hey yo, I gotta ask you, like, who's your big? Because I was watching your videos and everything. Like, who's your inspiration in this music thing? Who inspired you to love hip hop?
man, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah,
Like, dude, at first it has to go back to like NWA, Biggie, Tupac, that whole era, because
right.
that's like the first thing you hear when you get into hip hop, and you're like, whoa, like, okay. I remember hearing like "Fuck the Police" on MTV when I was a kid, and I was like, whoa, this is something completely different than anything else that's on TV. These people have a real message in their music. They're not just writing music for the sake of every bar has to sound great. They had a story in the song, and the song follows a whole story. And then I heard Paradise. I think that was like one of the big turnaways for me.
Yo, that was a big song.
Song, right? And as soon as that chorus hits, you're like, whoa, you're like stepped into like another genre of hip hop that's like more like jazzy sphere. And I was like, whoa, this is cool. And then I discovered other artists like Eminem and Mac Miller, and they really gave me like a style to focus on, because I knew that I couldn't be like, yo, what because that's not my voice, right? I knew I had to find like something that I could stick to, because I'm this toothpick of a little white kid, right? And I can't exactly the same way that Biggie does, right? Because that's like,
I feel you. You have to see something that you could like. Yeah, at least see something that was like something kind of like you out there.
Yeah, man. I had to look for people that had made it, that kind of grew up in the same variables that I did. I was a middle class kid from a shitty town with no one to talk to. I was bullied every day. I was beaten at school. I just wanted to grow up to finally be able to tell that kid that was me in the past, yo, you can grow up to be whatever you want still. It doesn't matter. Today, and define the rest of your life.
You ever listen to Childish Gambino?
Yeah, man. I love Donald Glover. I loved his acting, and I love his rapping as well. It's freaking great, man. Community is one of my favorite shows, so.
Because he kind of had that, because there's a lot of artists now that's like, like me, like I'm a rapper myself. Like I couldn't see myself rapping until I saw Kanye West. Like once Kanye West was like in the game and he was rapping the way he was rapping and the shit that he was rapping about and the way he was going about it, I was like, okay, now I could do this. I don't have to be.
I love Kanye, man. Kanye is super cool. I heard Stronger probably when I was like 8, and I was like, whoa, this is completely different. Like these artists all revolutionized hip hop in one way or another. And you're just talking about goats here, right? So you're like, like Jay-Z.
And then from Kanye, he influenced Drake. So it's like, that it's crazy. So and then when I hear Drake, I was like, yeah, Drake is spitting the shit that I would be spitting. J. Cole and Kendrick is spitting the shit that I would be spitting. Like, so that's why I'm like, I had put out some mixtapes too earlier too and stuff like that. And it's great to be inspired by these motherfuckers, man, because and give them their flowers. Like my special, like I'll tell you how I fell in love with the game a little bit. Was like
good, man.
I'm type old, so like when I first heard rap, it was with MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, but it was all popish, so it was like Salt and Pepper. Yeah, I was still listening to pop music at the time, still.
Oh yeah, me too, man. Like, you know, pop music, it finds its way in and out of, you know, because there's features from rappers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Obviously, I even went through an alternative music phase. I was listening to Radiohead and stuff like that. But then I listened through all of that. I was still listening to rap here and there. And then I listened to Notorious B.I.G. when he came out with I love it when you call me Big Pop. But I fell in love with rap. I think I listened to all rap since then. That's when I said rap is my music. I'm not listening to it's like I'm keeping my ears on rap and pop will have to hit me from far away.
That's great, man. Like I think staying true to one genre is fantastic, especially if like that's a genre that you've connected with ever since you were really young and stuff like that. So, you know, kudos to that. I've done kind of a different style where I grew up listening to like Blink 182 and Green Day and stuff like that. And I was really like this little punk kid, and I
like Blink 182 too. I was fucking with them Green Day too. Matter of fact, I had to tell somebody the other day, yo, you know Longview? Longview's about masturbation, son.
Yeah.
And then they like, what? Yeah. I'm like, yo, listen to the words, son. That shit is a detailed ass song.
When masturbation lost its fun, you're a fucking loser. Yeah, hell yeah, man.
It's a detailed ass song, son. Yeah. I'm like, yo, check that shit out, son. Dude, but Green Day's my joint. Yo, I was going hard when they came out with 21 Guns. Yo, really that song was
really good. Yeah.
21 Guns, chill.
American Idiot was a good album too, man. Like that's the first album I ever bought with my own money from like my allowance from my dad.
I'm about to play 21 Guns right after we finish this podcast. That shit just brought chills. Nice. And then you about to tell me about I'm so caught up into the music right now. You know, I went to see Leonard Skinner live like 2 years ago.
Yo, that's fucking dope, man. Leonard Skinner is dope. Yeah.
I seen Leonard Skinner, the David Bonham Experience. And guess what? This was the first time 2 years ago I heard Stairway to Heaven.
Wait, so you hadn't heard Stairway to Heaven?
I never heard Stairway to Heaven until
what did you
Jason Bonham, and that's like the son of the drummer from Led Zeppelin. So I didn't hear Led Zeppelin actually play it.
You heard it pretty close, man. Like
and it was a dope. They did a dope performance on stage, like the lights. It looked crazy. I felt like I was in heaven.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's such a glorious song, man.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, what is this song, son? I was like, yo, you never heard this song, The Stairway to Heaven? I'm like, no way. This song is fucking dope.
Yeah, dude. That intro, just like, you're like, everything stops. And like, that's the only thing happening.
Yeah. Oh, and I got to tell you, it was the first time I heard Firebird. Wait, what is it called? Freebird by Leonard Skinner. And I'm going to tell you how this shit ended too, because it's the first time. Like, I know Leonard Skinner from playing that song that they had in
Sweet Home Alabama.
No, not Sweet Home Alabama, the other song. Tuesday's Gone with the Wind.
Oh, yeah.
Tuesday, that was my shit from Leonard Skinner. That's the only reason why I was hyped up to go to this concert and see this bill. It was a great bill, by the way. Like, but then they played this. Leonard Skinner came on. They played all the songs. Tuesday's Gone with the Wind. They played Sweet Home Alabama. They even played some new song. Skinner Nation. You know, these guys, they were rocking the stage. I think they did an awesome job at what they did, right? And then they left the stage, but the crowd got crazy. The crowd started saying "Free Bird,
Oh yeah,
Freebird.
yeah.
And I'm like, yo, why is the crowd going crazy? And I started getting scared because I'm like
Because
the
they didn't
only
say
black
it.
guy in a
Oh,
sea of white people and
yeah,
shit.
right.
So
Yeah,
like I'm getting tripped. Like I'm not tripping, but like I'm like,
yeah.
yo, why are people screaming Freebird? And then my boy, my friend who brought me to the concert, he's like, yo, they gotta play Freebird. That's a classic. That's a number one song. If they don't play this song, this place might go crazy, son. They know they
Yeah.
gotta play Freebird.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yo, and I'm like, oh shit, yo, they gotta play Freebird, son. And then there's a lady in the crowd. She's like, listen, I've been in the backstage. I don't know what's going on, but Freebird was on the set list, so they should be playing Freebird. And then boom, everything got dark.
Encore. Yeah.
And then you see the smoke.
Nice.
And then you see something on the TV. Then the guitar comes on, and I'm like, "Yo, this is Freebird." He's like, "Yo," and everybody got crazy. And then I listened to Freebird for the first time, and I'm like, "Oh shit, okay!" Like, yo,
yeah,
that triple guitar solo. I'm like, "Yo,
yeah, man,
this song is so dope." I'm like, "Yo."
I think rock and roll and hip hop always have this kind of connection because we're fascinated by the other side. Always, listeners of hip hop always are like, "Whoa!" to some really cool rock, and then some rock heads are like, "Whoa!" when there's like the really fast flow or like something super impressive in hip hop, and they're like, "Whoa, that's cool." Like I know a ton of metalheads that love hip hop, and I know a ton of people that love hip hop that love bands like Slipknot. Where it's just like, hey, preferences don't, like it's not because you love one that you don't love the other.
Exactly.
I listen to jazz almost every day. I listen to some different influences musically. Like I come from a piano root. I have one right here. I grew up playing Mozart and Bach and Beethoven and stuff. Yeah, so
start fucking the piano. Green sleeves.
So like I view music as this ever-changing thing that you can add little spices of influence to, and like that's why bands like Linkin Park worked so well because they had some rap and they had some singing, and it was like this.
Yeah, they did that. They did a great album called Collision Course with Jay-Z.
Yeah, and that was great too. Yeah, that was incredible. Yeah, there's bands also like Limp Bizkit that did it a little less well in my opinion, but
I actually brought chocolate, hot dog water, and chocolate starfish on tape.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I brought that shit on cassette, yo.
That's cool. But yeah, no, dude, rock and hip hop have always been like sort of connected, and I brought it I think I was brought up to unite them, which is why I have like influences of both in my music, and you'll see it in the album as it comes out. I have
what I was about to ask you right now, what influence, what kind of shit that made you think of the stuff that we about to see in A New Home?
Man, I think
and tell the people why it's called A New Home.
Oh, well, first of all, it's called New Home because about 2 years ago, I was still doing metal music. I had been a frontman for metal bands for 7 years before doing metal.
Okay.
I actually started my first band in 2014 when I was like 15. So
okay, that's big.
Yeah, and then I had another band that started about maybe 5 years ago. It was called Held in Secret. It was like my biggest project, like to date before Matt Zephyr, and we went on tour. We released 2 albums and stuff like that. So it was really cool. But then the pandemic hit, and then bands couldn't rehearse anymore because like there was regulations against us being in the same room and stuff. And it was just eventually some stuff happened, and we had to break up. And I jumped back into my love for hip hop. And it was just so easy to just rekindle it because I had been so obsessed with like one genre of music for so long that when I turned to hip hop, it was like rekindling a fire that had long been like like it was like still preserved, but like I just had to like take the match to it, and it just and this album is an observation of how the world is working today, and in where we need to change and where we need to stop stigmatizing each other, and we need to accept and love each other. It's a message of positivity, acceptance, and love throughout the entire record, and it's brought to you by a dude who's almost exclusively written complex progressive metal music. And now I kind of switch all my influences. The reason it's called New Home is because I've completely changed what I was doing before into something different, and
you adapted to your, what I'm saying? Yeah, you like a mutant. You know what I'm saying? You adapting, my G. You know what I'm saying? That's good for you.
And I'm also moving to Montreal to begin my journey there, because here
this is what all the artists are.
Yeah, man, and here there's a really big metal scene. I'm from Ottawa, and there's a big rock and metal scene. There's local bands here and stuff like that, but there's only like one or two other hip hop artists, and I really kind of don't want to take away their spotlight from the city.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like I just want to go away and do my own thing. So
I hear you, man. And there's a lot of studios for you to work with. There's, I mean, I
on my own, and I get it mixed by a friend.
Yeah, you got your own shit. I forgot you got your own team, which is good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You got Jesse Moran with you. You know what I'm saying? That's good. Would you shout out to y'all, man? For real, y'all doing it real good. I'm feeling the mission statement I'm putting out there. You guys got to look out for New Home. It sounds really dope. You know, I was peeping and the way you write too. You know what I mean? Because you got a lot. I feel like you got some potential too. You know, is there any collaborations that you ever dreamed yourself like doing a song with? Like, you ever see yourself?
So many. There's so many talented people in this world, and unfortunately, I think my dream when I was an 8-year-old boy was to have a song with Mac Miller. Unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen.
Right.
But there are a lot of artists, that I would love to collaborate with. I grew up listening to Jay-Z. That would be freaking fantastic. Like Kanye would be amazing. If you want to go into like newer, smaller artists, there's artists from Canada that are incredible as well. Like Mercules is top of the game right now. He actually did a song with The Game, a few months ago. It was freaking fire.
Okay.
There's a lot of really cool artists that are coming up, and I just can't wait to have the opportunity to talk to a lot of them and collab with, everyone that I feel shares the same values as I do. I'm gonna have a collab with them, So
maybe you could collab with Vito Blaze.
Yo,
I heard he's nice.
If you wanted to get that started, I would definitely, be on board with that for sure.
Yeah, I heard Vito Blaze. All right, you know what I'm saying? I heard he ain't made no song with The Game.
But I mean,
he can make a song. He could hold it. Well,
I mean, yo, I heard of Vito Blaze on this podcast, and man, I was thinking about hitting him up and ask him how much he would charge.
That's true though. Homie does charge a lot. He ain't. Matter of fact, I heard he shot somebody for not getting paid on the feature, but we ain't gonna get into all of that. You know what I mean? I heard Vito Blaze a good guy still.
Yeah, man, he looks like it for sure. And you're certainly nice enough to have me on your podcast. Thank you again so much for this.
Yo, no problem, man. Yo, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be good to have you here in Montreal, man. And here's one thing in Montreal too, man. We got a lot of cuisine here too. We got a lot of food here, and I'm sure you probably got your eye on probably one food you want to try here. So I know what is the first type of food you're gonna try? What is the first kind of cuisine you're gonna try when you get here?
You know, I'm split between two answers. One that I've had for a while, and I didn't get the chance to visit because it was closed for the pandemic last time I went. And then there's a new place that I saw on Instagram recently that I'm like, whoa. So I'll say both. The first place is the Harry Potter place that has like the butterbeer and whatnot, and like it's on St. Catherine. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty amazing. Like there's
I think that place. Yeah, it's not open now.
Yeah, but it was closed for the pandemic because it's more of like an experience than a restaurant.
Yeah, yo, that place was like open for like a couple of months before the pandemic.
Yeah. So I really hope they do get to reopen because I'm such a huge fan of the Harry Potter universe. And then there's this other place, and it's like this monstrous corn dog, man. It's like a huge corn dog with cheese and like and I'm a big fan of corn dogs. I have one tattooed on my leg, so. I'm
there's a couple of I think there's like 2 corn dog spots that popped up now.
Yeah,
and it looks like it's like the Japanese hot dog or the
it is that
with the corn dog.
Yeah,
I've seen it. If the place that you're talking about is near Guy Concordia, not Guy Concordia, but like near Guy Concordia. Yeah, because it's like right on. Yeah, I passed by it. It was right after I got a pizza.
Did it smell good?
Yo, it was right after I got a pizza from Slice and Soda. Then I drove. I'm on my bike, and then I see a bunch of kids lined up, and I'm like, dang. If these kids is lined up out here, this must be the new hot spot because they ain't lined up. They used to be lined up in front of a restaurant that had no sign. And I'm like, yo, that ain't the. I'm like, oh, snap, there ain't no line here. I'm like, is this place still open though? I'm like, oh, snap, this ain't the new hipster spot. Where's the hipster spot? I see it's just the Japanese corn dog. I'm like, that's where the line's at. I'm like, oh, this the new hipster spot. This Japanese corn dog spot.
Yeah, it looks freaking fantastic.
Yeah, it looks crazy. I looked at it. I'm like, what? I'm like, when they come out with this?
It's brand new, man. I think it was like I saw an article on like Narcity like maybe 2 months ago, and it was like a new spot, and I was like, whoa,
Yo, it's crazy. I seen like 20, 30 kids just lamped up out there. I was like, and it's pandemic. It's like,
I'm a huge foodie, so like Montreal has always been appealing because like every time I go to play a show there, like I get lost in which food to get. You know, I bring myself extra money because I know I'm going to be spending. You know, if I'm walking around St. Catherine or whatever. We played Piranha Bar with my old band, and like that's like right near everything.
Oh, Piranha Bar! I had so many good comedy shows in that shit. So I know. Where'd you play? Upstairs or downstairs?
Upstairs.
Yeah.
The owners, everybody, the crew, it was fantastic. Yeah, we just had a grand.
Yeah, Piranha Bar is cool. Shout out to the people. I hope its place still open. It was going through a bad time even before the pandemic.
It looks like it is because it's still a bar. Like it's a bar every day, even when there's no shows, and that usually like still brings in a little bit of income. The people that are really in trouble are people at Club Soda. You know. Like because
Club Soda. I don't even think that's there no more.
Is it closed?
Yeah, I think it's closed.
See, like I'm a little out of the loop. I'm from like
a lot of things. You're gonna come to this place and you're gonna be like, oh snap, this condo here now.
Catacombs closed, and that's really sad, man.
Yo,
and it's such an iconic venue. I saw 3 or 4.
So iconic.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how many people performed? I mean, so much up and coming. I think K-Trana performed in there. Like Andrew
I saw Black play there, man. It's just
so many things.
Yeah, it's just so
Catacombs is nuts. I had a couple of Catacomb memories myself.
Here in Ottawa, we lost maybe 6 venues.
Yeah, Ottawa went through some things. Yeah, because like I'm a comedian, so like I even seen it on the comedy side. Like I lost Yuck Yucks. And it's like God damn.
We lost Barrymore. We lost Babylon nightclub.
Well, of course, I was gonna lose Babylon. Babylon's meant to fall.
Yeah,
Bun
right.
Bun Babylon.
We lost a venue as well called Brass Monkey. There's so many.
Oh, y'all lost Brass Monkey. We got Brass Monkey here too.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah. Brass Monkey. I think Brass Monkey everywhere, man.
Thing? Is it like a pool place?
Nah, it was just a little club.
Okay,
it was not even a club. It was a bar / restaurant, and motherfuckers had open mics up in there.
That's cool. That's cool. Montreal has a lot of good spots, man. Like
a lot of good spots, man.
You know, it's really sad for Ottawa because we had a couple, and now like we only have like 2. Yeah.
And Ottawa's not that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful city. Don't get us wrong. It's the capital of Canada, but like, geez.
Well, I mean, it's a city that needed to stay together in order to keep the ball rolling. This pandemic really just like it was a shot in the foot for pretty much everybody in the entertainment scene in Ottawa because there really wasn't that many shows before the pandemic. There was maybe like 2 or 3 a month in Ottawa, right? So
right,
you know, losing that meant losing pretty much everything. There's a lot of bands that broke up, like maybe 90% of bands here broke up. There's a lot of stuff that's happening, and it all comes from uncertainty of when it's going to come back up, right? So there's bands that are like, so is it worth it for us to continue writing material, or are we going to be locked down for 5 years? You know, and it's
like is the money even worth it? Or but you know what? At the end of the day, though, Matt, it's all about the ambition and the discipline, and that's what. Yeah. That's what it looks like you and Jesse got. You know what I mean?
My girlfriend's Roxanne.
Roxanne. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Roxanne. That's your
Jesse's her cousin.
Jesse's her cousin. That's right. I'm sorry.
What up, Jesse? Yeah, no.
What up, Jesse?
Roxanne and I, we did definitely take this as a wake up call. Like we saw like so many of our friends as bands and like projects fall that we were like, okay, we really need to work before this inevitably happens to us as well, right? And before it's too late and we can't come back up and climb this mountain. You know, we had to start the climb as soon as we could. And
that's true.
Like my band broke up in like June of last year, and in September I had released my first song.
Right.
With a music video. And then in November, second song, second music video. And then February, third song, huge feature, music video. That one went viral, 50,000 streams across platforms. So, you know.
Nice.
And then fourth song on April 1st. And then I'm releasing one last song before the album. And it's coming out in 6 days. So.
Okay, yeah. So everybody, I want everybody that's listening to this podcast, make sure you look out for A New Home by Matt Zephyr, which will be released on what, Spotify?
Dude, it's going to be released everywhere. Even physically, we're going to be making like physical albums, and we're going to be shipping them out individually if you guys want.
Making some CDs, put them in the cars, because a lot of cars still got them CD players.
Yeah, man, and you know, it's about getting the art and everything inside of it too, because like I'll be including special thank yous inside of it and like little bit of information on, you know.
That's true.
I think when you get a CD, you really get the whole thing. It's not just like saving the album on your Spotify playlist, even though that is super appreciated. If everybody wants to do that, that'd be freaking amazing.
That'll be appreciated too. Don't forget Spotify.
Hit the little follow button. That's the one that everybody misses. You know, the follow button is like it's really hard to turn active listeners into followers. So if everybody on this podcast wants to go follow Vito Blaze and me on Spotify, that'd be freaking dope.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope. I got a little reminder at the end of the podcast for that. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I mean, here.
But right now, word, it's always good with that extra, though. That extra love is what's up, though. Guys, please follow Matt Zephyr, too.
Yeah,
please follow Matt Zephyr on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Type Matt Zephyr. If I'm not there, then I'm not doing my job correctly.
Word, tag Zephyr.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Make sure you look out for the new videos. Check out the video right now on YouTube.
Yeah.
What's the name of that video? The Way I Am, right?
The newest video is called "What I Am," and I have a song coming out on the 28th, so this Friday, and this one's a sad one. It's coming out on the death anniversary of one of my dearest friends that passed away accidentally last year.
Okay.
He played drums in my first ever band, and we were like for like 6 years of my life, we were planning to do this whole music thing together, right? And then he passed away, and it's a message to him and to everyone who's lost someone to keep going for that person. It's a really hopeful song, but it's kind of sad. And then there's a music video that comes out for it 5 days after the song. So on June 1st, there's a music video coming out.
Okay.
And it's kind of like this one is super special because it's like a music video and a tribute video to my friend who passed away. In the one, we have some clips of us playing shows in there together, and it's a really cool product that we were able to do in collaboration.
I'm looking forward to that actually, because the way how the video I saw with the what I Am, that looked pretty cool.
Thanks, man.
And then like now this subject right here, pretty deep, and the way how it was shot, so I'm actually looking pretty forward, and the way you describing it, so I'm actually looking pretty forward to that one.
Yeah, man, and then I got the album coming out. It's gonna be about 2 months after, so it's on August.
We're talking about the second album now.
No, we're talking about the
New Home.
The album New Home is gonna be released on August 15th.
Okay.
So the last single is released in a week, and then the album is coming out in like August. So
all right, yo, Matt, this was dope, man. This was a dope conversation, man, for real, man. And I just want to say, man, you know what I'm saying? You got some talent. It's not like you ain't playing with this rap shit. I'll tell you this because I get a lot of people that come in the game and then they want to rap. I mean, I hear people rapping for years, but they don't want to progress with their skill and anything like that.
It's a job.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I see you really taking this seriously, man. And I want you to keep going forward. Keep going with your ambition, discipline, because, you know what I'm saying, you inspire those around you, too.
Well, I mean, you do too, man. Like this podcast is super important, and I'm so glad to have been able to be a part of it. And I'll obviously keep watching, man. Vito, you're epic. And if you want to do that collab song, like for sure, hit me up.
Oh yeah, for sure. We gonna get up. We gonna get up. We gonna let the stars line that shit up. All right, man. Thanks for being on the podcast, man. I guess I'll see you later, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. New Home, August 15th. I got 2 new huge features on it, and it's just gonna be epic. You guys don't want to miss that out.
Guys, don't miss out. New Home, 2 features. My boy Matt Zephyr. Follow the YouTube, Instagram. Make sure you get on that. Matt, holla at you. Holla at me. Jesse, you still there? All right, girl. Take care.
Peace, dude.
Peace. Guys, that was my guest, Matt Zephyr, man, doing the goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just doing my goddamn thing, too, on Coffee Talk. Just being me. Unapologetically and respectfully. That shit rhymes, so you know it's the truth. Guys, before I go, I just want you to know that you can unapologetically be you too. Don't let nobody make you feel guilty for kind of being weird or being confident in your ways. Okay? That shit rhyme too. I'm dropping truth bombs all day, but that ain't what I gotta do. Matter of fact, speaking of dropping something, I gotta take a shit. So I'm out, people. You know how this coffee do. It makes you chill out. What can I say? And Coffee Talk is daily, right? Like I talk my shit damn near every day. But I'm done talking my shit. Peace. If you want to hear more Coffee Talk, then please follow Coffee Talk with Vito Blaze on Spotify and iTunes. And if you want to see more Coffee Talk, then please follow Vance Michelle on YouTube.